Justin Baldoni is spilling major tea, and it could shake Hollywood's golden couple, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, to the core. Rumor has it, Justin has receipts proving Blake might have stepped out on Ryan, and he's not keeping quiet about it. We're talking full-blown love triangle drama, with Blake right in the middle. Here's where it gets wild. Fans are piecing together clues from their time on set, and it's looking messy. Blake reportedly went further in her intimate scenes with Justin than she ever has before, and she even requested an intimacy coordinator, only to later refuse to meet with them. According to Justin, Blake personally directed how close she'd get to him on camera, which raised eyebrows when she later claimed there was no coordinator available at all. Add to that her own past admission that she basically plays herself in every role. And suddenly, these on-screen sparks don't look so innocent. Whether this was method acting or something deeper, this could change everything we thought we knew about the Lively Reynolds love story. Quick creator note: under YouTube's updated automation policy, July 2025, videos using AI or repurposed clips must include clear commentary or human insight to stay monetized. So keep your voiceovers personal and your takes fresh.
You can't just put me in any clothes and give me any words and have me step in and transform. And I used to be very insecure about that. I used to feel like an imposter because I would watch actors who were just shapeshifters. They could do it in any circumstance. And then I realized that half of the actors that I admire most were people who were more filmmakers, or people who had to get their hands in the storytelling and the writing and the creating and the environment, and people that I respected so much. And I was like, oh, okay, there's two different categories, and I'm in this category, and that's okay. So once I started embracing that and leaning into it and not feeling embarrassed about it, I think I was able to do the best work.
Blake has always been clear she's not like other Hollywood actors. She doesn't disappear into a character. She just plays a heightened version of herself, and when you bring that much of yourself into a role, things can get very real. Maybe a little too real if the rumors about her and Justin Baldoni are true. Blake has said the wardrobe is what helps her lock into a role. And get this, some of the outfits she wore in It Ends With Us actually came straight from her own closet. So, in a way, she wasn't just acting, she was literally living it. Justin, on the other hand, went full method for his role as Ryle, the dangerously attractive love interest. Combine that with Blake's well-known love for romance, and it's not hard to imagine the on-screen chemistry spilling over off-screen. She's even praised the author for writing Lily's feelings for both Ryle and Atlas in such a complicated, emotional way, saying it made her feel everything her character was going through. But here's the kicker. Blake hadn't done a steamy role in years, and she jumped into this one just months after giving birth. That's bold, maybe even risky. And now, a resurfaced 2023 interview from right when filming started is making fans wonder if the line between Blake and Lily blurred more than anyone realized. YouTube creator tip: under YouTube's updated 2025 automation rules, commentary like this works best when you add your own opinions or breakdowns. So keep your analysis unique and avoid just repeating gossip word. That way, your content stays monetized and algorithm friendly. Blake Lively set the internet on fire when she commented on one of Justin Baldoni's workout posts, saying, "Amazing. Now try it, pregnant." Justin cheekily replied, "You win." And let's be honest, that sounds like a little more than just friendly banter. Fans immediately went wild with theories. Some claimed Blake just can't resist making everything a competition, like she has to be the center of attention. Others thought this was her low-key flirting, sliding herself into the conversation when it wasn't even about her. But Blake wasn't about to let that narrative stick. She clapped back, claiming Justin implied she was dressing sexy on set just to play the character, but plot twist, that wasn't true. In interviews, Blake said she was in charge of her own wardrobe, not the costume designer. And here's where it gets spicy. Justin only brought up her outfits after they leaked online and fans called them unflattering. It was actually Blake who pushed for more seductive clothing to give the role extra spark. And the drama doesn't stop there. Blake even accused Justin of kissing her longer than necessary during those romantic scenes. But come on, this is a movie full of steamy moments. Behind the scenes, it actually looked like Blake was the one running things. She even taught Justin how to pull her in for certain shots, then later claimed he was sneaking extra intimacy into the script, which wasn't true either. In fact, Justin wanted an intimacy coordinator to help rewrite some of the scenes, but Blake wasn't on board. In the end, they collaborated, and yes, Ryan Reynolds himself helped rewrite one of the scenes. But here's where things get really messy. Blake later claimed Justin barged into her trailer while she was topless and breastfeeding. The problem? Receipts show a very different story. She had invited him to run lines, and when he said he'd come after finishing his food, she didn't object. Some fans think she made a big deal about it later to get back at him for not reciprocating whatever feelings she may have had on set. And let's not forget, Blake does have a history of falling for her co-star. Remember her Gossip Girl romance with Penn Badgley? Yeah, fans definitely haven't forgotten either. Creator tip with YouTube's 2025 automation crackdown. It's key to add your own commentary here, react to the receipts. Share your take on Blake versus Justin, so your video stays monetized and avoids being flagged as recycled gossip.
Yes.
Yeah.
How, since you were 8?
No, 11.
No, 11. I was like,
He thinks it was less than it was. He thinks it was 8 years. It was definitely 9.
Yeah.
Years ago that we knew each other. It was very passionate, but I lost a lot of friends because of it.
Yeah.
So that was hard to deal with. But I think that it's.
Blake Lively and Penn Badgley weren't just Serena and Dan on Gossip Girl. Their on-screen love story spilled into real life. Their chemistry was undeniable, and it made sense. This was their big break. They were young, and suddenly they were everywhere. But by 2010, right before the series wrapped in 2012, their romance came to an end. And that's when things really got interesting, because not long after, Blake fell hard for Ryan Reynolds while filming Green Lantern. Except, there's a catch. Ryan was still married to Scarlett Johansson at the time.
You guys are so beautiful to watch that I was just like,
Well, hello.
I was just like,
Everyone gains
Works.
10 points next to her. You go out. No, that's all you get today, though. That's it.
I know, I can't believe you.
That's it.
Like
No,
camera
just that.
compliments
Yeah,
off
no.
camera,
Yeah.
not so nice.
No, never. Never.
Gotta keep her grounded.
No, yeah, absolutely. I've seen her go into a rage spiral. Oh my God. And most people it's violence. With her, it's just baking. She just bakes things.
Word on the street is that Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds were way too cozy during Green Lantern for two people who were supposedly just friends. Their interviews, their body language, it was all giving. We're into each other. Fans clocked it immediately. And let's not forget, Ryan was still married to Scarlett Johansson at the time. Many believe sparks flew on set. Ryan cheated, and eventually left Scarlett to be with Blake. The timing wasn't instant, but their romance definitely started there. And this wouldn't be the first time Blake found herself in the middle of rumors. Nearly the same thing happened during The Town. Ben Affleck was still married to Jennifer Garner, but insiders say Blake and Ben were acting like lovesick teens on set, to the point where Jennifer was reportedly worried. Oh, and Blake was still dating Penn Badgley then too. People whispered about secret dates, flirty exchanges, and a full-on emotional affair behind the scenes. Fast forward to Justin Baldoni. If Blake did catch feelings for him during, it ends with us filming and he didn't give her that energy back. It would explain a lot. Some fans think Blake might have flipped the narrative, pinning the tension on Justin to smooth things over with Ryan, who's rumored to be pretty jealous. Dad, it's not even about starting something serious. Maybe Blake just wanted to feel that romantic spark again. But when Justin didn't react how she hoped, it might have embarrassed her and suddenly Justin became the problem. And here's where it gets juicy. There's a theory that Justin once commented on Blake's weight, not as an insult, but maybe casually. Instead of asking what he meant, she allegedly took it as a sign he wasn't attracted to her, and that bruised her ego. Rumor has it Ryan wasn't thrilled either. Sources claim he showed up on set, scolded Justin, and even mocked him. Whether Blake was just testing the waters or stirring the pot, the fallout has been massive. By December 2024, Blake filed a complaint with California's Civil Rights Department, accusing Justin and the production crew of harassment and retaliation. She says the studio left her hanging and let her deal with inappropriate behavior on her own. And now she's coming for Justin, claiming he tried to destroy her reputation with a smear campaign. But Justin isn't sitting back quietly. He clapped back with a $400 million countersuit, accusing Blake of defamation and civil extortion, saying her story doesn't hold up and promising he's got receipts. His team even started leaking behind-the-scenes footage from the set to prove their side. And if that wasn't messy enough, Justin is also suing the New York Times for $250 million, claiming their coverage was biased toward Blake and wrecked his reputation. Now the stakes are sky high. Blake's reputation as Hollywood's golden girl could take a serious hit if people start doubting her story, and Justin's carefully built image as a champion for women's rights is on the line if her claims stick. This is no longer just about two stars. This is about harassment, power, and accountability in Hollywood. And with both sides lawyering up for what's shaping up to be a long, ugly battle, nobody knows how this is going to end. And trust me, the tea is still pouring. Because this drama is far from over. Creator note: to stay monetized under YouTube's 2025 automation rules, make sure you add your own commentary here, react to the lawsuits, share your predictions, or break down the leaked footage drama. Original insight equals safe monetization plus higher engagement.
For Justin Baldoni, claiming that statements that are being made in the public right now are wrong and they need to be stopped. Plus, we have an official answer to Lively's complaint from Baldoni's side. What is being admitted? What is being denied? We're going to get into it all right now.
So apparently, new text messages and voice memos have leaked, and they weren't even part of the original lawsuit. Think of these like bonus tracks on an already chaotic album. And they are explosive. People are now comparing Blake Lively to Amber Heard Vinci. And get this, there's actual set footage that reportedly contradicts what Blake said in her complaint. Like, what is even the truth anymore? But it gets even messier. Word on the street is that Blake allegedly leaned on her A-list besties. Yes, including Taylor Swift and even her husband Ryan Reynolds, to pressure Justin Baldoni and Sony Pictures. Allegedly, she tried to flex her star power, threatening that if they didn't hand her full control over the film, they'd lose promo from her and her friends' massive followings. But here's the kicker. That move apparently backfired, and now it's all coming back to haunt her. And we need to talk about Colleen Hoover, the author of It Ends With Us. She hasn't been center stage in this drama, but trust me, she has a role to play. Back in 2019, Colleen sold the movie rights to her book and handpicked Justin to play Ryle. She was all in, super involved in the script process, hitting the promo trail with Justin, smiling for cameras, acting like his biggest cheerleader. And this was supposedly after Blake's harassment claims. Yeah, we're all side-eyeing this timeline. But here's where the chaos truly kicks in. After Blake dropped her lawsuit, Colleen suddenly hopped on Instagram to say she was Team Blake. And fans were quick to point out this was after those cozy promo interviews with Justin, where she looked perfectly fine with him. Like, girl, the timeline is not timelining. Then came the biggest twist yet. Justin wasn't allowed to edit his own movie. That's when the cracks started to show. There are even reports Colleen threatened to stop promoting the film unless she got more creative control. Behind the scenes, total chaos. And here's where it gets shady. Blake allegedly took over editing, promotion, and marketing of the movie completely, and somehow turned Colleen against Justin in the process. And to be fair, Justin never publicly dragged Blake or Colleen. He kept it classy. But sources claim Colleen was still texting Justin behind the scenes, thanking him for letting her have so much input. While in public, she stayed completely silent about him. Fans are calling that out, saying, where was that same energy when it mattered? As for Blake, people are now calling her a master manipulator. Even though Justin hyped her up in interviews, calling her crazy talented and praising how much she brought to the film behind the scenes, she was allegedly making moves to block him out of his own project. Messy, messy, messy. Creator tip for your YouTube video. This is the perfect spot to give your take. Is Blake just being a boss taking control of her career? Or did she really play Hollywood chess to cut Justin out? Your commentary will keep your video monetized under YouTube's 2025 automation policy. And get the comment section buzzing.
I feel like more details are unraveling as we go, and this is not, they're not in your favor. Billy, I think.
I don't even like the movie.
Yeah, you love it. You don't like it. You love it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're saying Blake was super hands-on with this movie, especially when it came to those intimate scenes. She had a very specific vision and made sure everything went down her way. But then plot, twist, she flipped the narrative and made it sound like Justin was the problem during those very same scenes. And it doesn't stop there. Every time Justin tried to publicly credit her for her input, Blake would swerve the conversation, never really acknowledging his efforts. So now, we've got Blake and Colleen seemingly making power moves while Justin's left looking like the odd man out. Bottom line, this whole situation feels like a power play gone completely off the rails. And it is messy with a capital M. Keep your popcorn close, because this drama is nowhere near finished. Will they settle behind closed doors? Or are we in for an even bigger public showdown? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this tea is piping hot.